Hi, I'm Brendan Healy, Services Director at Triangle. Today I'm joined by Ciarán Garvey, who is one of our lead architects and directors of technology, to discuss the technical delivery of a managed service. Ciarán, at Triangle, architects own the design and operations of each of our managed services. In practice, what does this mean for our clients?
From day one, the architect in Triangle is involved from the service design and delivery to then transitioning that service into a managed services. So what this means for our customers is that we get that same senior architectural team moving across to look after the day-to-day operations, or at least overseeing the day-to-day operations. Yeah. That's looking at the performance metrics, incidents, or patch management. That leads to a much more seamless transition, I feel. You know, you get the people that design the service are there running it as well, so they know the ins and outs very well. And as project demands come in from the customer or from the third parties, those architects are concerned about the service that's running already, so they need to make sure that it stays continuous.
And I suppose taking a look at that, because you know what you just outlined there is quite a lot of responsibility for an architect on the managed services for our customers. How do Triangle ensure that you have the right level of expertise in order to deliver to those responsibilities?
In Triangle, we've got a shared team for delivering services, for both doing project services and then doing managed services. This allows for a more seamless transition between the two different teams. You're not just delivering something as quickly as you can and then throwing it over the fence to the other team.
Okay.
You're going to be responsible for the service, so you want to make sure it's totally robust. This gives, say, a couple of real good benefits to the customer. Like I said, that seamless transition, it's quicker, it's probably a bit better as well. And it also means quicker incident resolution. The team know all the different components that make up that service, so they're confident that they know how to get it back up and running again if there's any issues.
So Ciarán, you actually talked there a good little bit around sort of change and innovation and how that's managed. And the role of an architect to ensure that you have the correct expertise to drive change to the customer, to make sure that you retain that operational resiliency. But in that context, how do you balance innovation with operational resiliency for our customers?
Yeah, I see innovation as not just being about delivering technical solutions. It's about aligning the IT capabilities that we have with the business needs.
Okay.
So in Triangle, we use data from our monitoring and from our operations systems to look at the performance metrics, the incidents, the outages, any of the resource utilization within the system. And that allows us to look for bottlenecks, look for reduced workloads, look for opportunities for improvement in those different services. So with that data, we then talk to our customers, architectural and projects teams, and we look to see where we can align those business needs a bit better. We maintain a forward-looking roadmap, and that's reviewed throughout the year between ourselves and the customer, and that removes any stagnation. You know, rather than having like let's just keep it running mindset. Okay. We want to innovate and improve the systems that our customers have.
Thank you for your time today, Ciarán. It's great to hear about how really Triangle is focused on the evolution of a managed service, of keeping that innovation in place, making sure the right skills are assigned to each customer, and that continuity of an architect from design all the way through operations. So again, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Brendan.